Planned Parenthood said if the report is correct, our deepest fears are coming true. Hillary Clinton says it's an utter disgrace. A leaked document indicates a majority of U.S. Supreme Court justices plan to support overturning the historic Roe v. Wade case law that legalized abortion. Politico has published a draft opinion from the court which they say is a full-throated and unflinching repudiation of the 1973 decision, which guaranteed constitutional protections of abortion rights. The publication says the judicial opinion was written by Justice Samuel Alito and circulated inside the court. The document says, Roe was egregiously wrong from the start. It is unclear at this stage if the draft represents the court's final word on the matter. The Supreme Court has yet to issue an official ruling in the case, and opinions, and even justices' votes, have been known to change during the drafting process. The court is expected to rule on the case before its term is up in late June or early July. The revelation has been greeted with dismay from pro-abortion rights groups. Planned Parenthood tweeted, "While abortion is still legal, tonight's report makes clear our deepest fears are coming true. We have reached a crisis moment for abortion access. We don't have a moment to spare, we must act now." Former U.S. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton said if the decision stood, it would be a direct assault on the dignity, rights, and lives of women, not to mention decades of settled law. It will kill and subjugate women even as a vast majority of Americans think abortion should be legal, she went on. What an utter disgrace. In a joint statement, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said, if the report is accurate, the Supreme Court is poised to inflict the greatest restriction of rights in the past 50 years, not just on women but on all Americans. The Republican-appointed justices reported votes to overturn Roe v. Wade would go down as an abomination, one of the worst and most damaging decisions in modern history. Democratic Senator and activist Bernie Sanders said people needed to act, now, to pass legislation that codifies Roe v. Wade as the law of the land. Fellow Democratic Senator Elizabeth Warren described the Supreme Court as extremist, and said it wanted to impose its far-right, unpopular views on the entire country. Politico published what it said was labeled as a first draft of the opinion of the court, in a case challenging Mississippi's ban on abortion after 15 weeks, a case known as Dobbs v. Jackson Women's Health Organization. The Supreme Court currently has a 6-3 conservative majority. Justice Alito was appointed by former President George W. Bush. Intense debate. Politico says he had signed the draft opinion from February which stated, Roe was egregiously wrong from the start. We hold that Roe and Casey must be overruled, it adds, referencing the 1992 case Planned Parenthood v. Casey that affirmed Roe's finding of a constitutional right to abortion services, but allowed states to place some constraints on the practice.